Alright, finally, after 36 or nearly 40 minutes of Star Saber's review, and 12 minutes for this guy here, Victory Leo, almost forgot his name, it's time to combine these two to become Victory Saber! So, let's stop wasting time and get to it, shall we? Before we end off with doing the combination, I thought it'd be best if we just do the comparison like I promised. So here we have Earthfire's Optimus Prime, the Reset Commander Class Motor Master, and we have 86 Grimlock and Siege Jetfire. And as you can see, Star Saber is pretty big, but not as big as Jetfire here. Just wanted to see. For those that kept saying he could be Commander Class, which yeah, I could see it, but that's still a bit too small. But still cool regardless. But I just want to show it off. So there you go. Here we have Victory Saber. Let me just line this up. If you guys hear that in the background, it is raining now where I am. Whoop-de-doo. But here we have Victory Saber all combined, and he's big now. Nothing's changed besides, details, and he's just taller with bigger feet. But you can do this, like have it this way or the other way, however you want. It's your preference. But I do love the details. Of course, because it's the same figure. He's just bigger now. And articulation is practically the same. All you gotta do now is just, mess with them however you want. And for this one, you can give him the shield like this. Make sure you clip it on like so. There you go. That's your personal preference, really. And give him the sword. You could have this. But me personally, what I like to do is to do this. Take this off real quick. For like display purposes, I put this gun here. I don't have to, but I do it here anyways because to me it looks a better place in my opinion. Even though it's like, there's any other place you could put it, but I prefer the shield. So you can see that, like, hey, it's there. And give this arm the sword right here. There you go. Booyah. And finally, give him his V-Lock cannon. And then do the usual like I did my previous review for Star Saber. Boom! Here we have my definitive look for Star Saber, aka Victory Saber, aka Victory Leo. You know the drill. And also what you can do is give him the blast effects here. And his sword cannons, which I do for my display case. I do it like this. There you go. And boom! He looks good. He looks really good. And you can move these however you wish. It's up to you. Or if you want, you can just give him the blast effect for his V-Lock cannon. It's really up to you. And I do like this a lot. It's great. Yeah, but this could be pretty heavy though, so do be careful when you display it with them. I like to just put it down so it's not carrying too much weight, just to be safe. And there you go. Really, there's not much to talk about, honestly, so I feel like this review might be the shortest of them all. Sorry about that, guys. But it's no real difference, really. And for the science comparison, here he is with Holly Fire from Micromasters. And here we have him with Iguanus, the recently picked up Armada Starscream, 86 RC, 86 Grimlock, and last but not least, Siege Jetfire. And now they're both practically the same height, except Jetfire is just a tad bit taller. And yeah, I could say it is a Commander class, but it's a HasLab still, so whatever. But you can see how big he is compared to the other figures besides Jetfire. Jetfire is just massive. And I really do like the look of this figure. He will fit really well with your Generations collection. If you have him, that is. Which, we'll get to that soon in the end. But overall, I just want to show you guys how he looks with these fellows here. overall, I think he scales pretty well. And for the heck of it, here he is with the Fallen from Studio Series Visit of Fallen. And yeah, honestly, he looks really good with him too. Not gonna lie. And I brought him up because, you know, I do love this figure. And he's been in the #1 list for a couple of friends of mine and YouTubers that I watch. It's pretty crazy that he is #1 for some people's list this, like last year for 2022. So, there's that. And hopefully I get to my top 10 or top something this year for 2022. Even though 2022 is over, but you know what I mean. Before I go end the video here, I do want to say you can give him his stand here. In case you like, you know, you don't want him to like fall or whatever, you can connect the stand right about there in his arse. So, there you go. In case you want to be more safe with your figure, you can have him standing and he still looks good regardless. And he still looks good regardless, whatever you want to do. So, there's that. And we could finally end this review off, the 3-parter video of HasLab Victory Saber, with Star Saber, Victory Leo, and Victory Saber himself all combined, with the exception of the Macromasters Holly and Fire. This is a beautiful set. It's beautiful. I could just go in my room or just go somewhere and look at this figure in my shelf, in my glass shelf of my other figures in the Generations line. I could be like, yeah, I own that. I'm happy. Yee. Like, I could do that if I want to, and I do sometimes. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I own this. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this is one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. To have a HasLab product. And not only that, but a Japanese Transformer that we have not gotten a Western release of in years or ever. Granted, you could say that we had one before in Masterpiece, but that was still kind of a Japanese thing. Masterpiece was in Japan. This was a HasLab product. Yes, it was designed by the same designer that made the Masterpiece, at least that's what I heard, but this figure here is still a Western release because of Hasbro. And I just couldn't be more happy to have this figure in my set. Now, granted, here comes my honesty. Since this is a HasLab product, here comes my honesty. Some of the joints could be a lot better. The paint could be more durable, because there are paint rubs, paint scratches, chipping, especially here. And this doesn't look that bad at chrome, but it has like, you could barely notice it, but I didn't even know what happened. I didn't do anything. Maybe because of transformation, but there's like dots a little bit on the chrome area. That's why I'm hoping for Toy Hacks or Repo Labels to take care of this for me and everyone else that has this issue. Because I know there's a lot of addresses with that issue. Luckily, the one with Saber, where people said there was like a paint, like not paint, but like stress mark on the leg part, thankfully, that's not visible here. That's a good thing. So, I just wish some quality control was better on this figure before it got, you know, officially done and released. But overall, it's really not the end of the world, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because you just expect a lot better, but there's really nothing you can do. But if there was something really wrong, to figure like something broke, then try to contact Hasbro to get a replacement part or a new replacement figure. Whatever, you know. But despite the flaws, which it does have quite a few flaws, maybe a lot, but am I dissatisfied with the figure? Absolutely not. I love this figure. Honestly, like I said, I love to own it. But is it one of the best figures I own in my life? It's up there, actually. It's actually up there, not gonna lie. But is it like something I will say, yeah, this is great? No. I mean, I've seen better figures, but this might be one of those better figures, though, I will admit. Like, he is up there to my holy grail, because like I said, this is a HasLab product, and I'm very happy to own it. But it does have its flaws. The only thing I don't care about the set is the Macromasters, I'm sorry. But I'm still happy to have them because I'm still happy to have them because, you know, they are part of the characters in the Transformers Victory series, so they gotta accept them. So, there's that. In the end, I'm gonna give this set a 9 out of 10. Yes, a 9. Everything else is great. I just really wish the paint applications were a bit more durable and better, in my opinion. Aside from that though, this is a great set, and I'm really happy to own it and have it. But I cannot recommend it though, because that's where we go to the main part here. Ooh! As you all know, I said many times, the keyword, HasLab. For those that don't know, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us do, but for this channel, for those that don't know, HasLab is basically a crowdfunding thing for Hasbro, where if you back this figure, pay it off by the end of the campaign ending date, whatever you call it, really, you got this figure. You are good, and you paid for it. You funded it. It's gonna happen. You gotta get it. But if you didn't, and you just be like, I'm gonna wait till the aftermarket, I'm sorry, but I hope for the best for you. Because the aftermarkets are crazy for this figure. I see sometimes go like $350 or $500. And to me, that's not worth it. For that figure, it's not worth it. Is it worth $230 if for the aftermarket? Yeah, I'd say yeah, go for it. But it's still a lot of money. I mean, granted, originally it's still a lot of money. But if you want to get this figure, good luck. That's all I gotta say. Good luck. But if you backed it just like me and everyone else, you're good. Nothing to worry about. And another thing too, I wish you guys the best of luck if you did back up Death Source, because that figure looks badass, and I cannot wait to have him face off my Star Saber here. If you guys backed him up, let me know too. If you guys have this figure, let me know. And so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll see you guys next time. And Happy New Year's, everybody. Peace.